I bought this little, isn't this cute? This was from Dollar Tree. I don't know why. I guess I only bought one because that's all that they had maybe. But I think this is just adorable. And so I'm going to be doing an American flag motif on here. And so I'm going to be using, I have just picked a bunch of random red and white ribbon pearls, some lace to use for that. Then I have a piece of canvas. You could use cotton. I just happen to have this from one of the projects that I did last week or 2 weeks ago, the honeybee, the honey one, and I had this left over and it was like, I'll just use that. So, and then I'm using a sponge, some white paint. This is Folk Art Brilliant Blue. Couldn't find the name. And then I'm using a star stencil. And I just wanted to show you, if you don't have a stencil, but you have like maybe a silhouette or a cricket or something like that, you can always just make your own stencil out of cardstock. And I found this in my stash, and I really have no idea why I cut out all those stars. But there was some reason, and some reason I decided to save it. Who knows? Who knows? So, to start off, I am going to paint this, with this brilliant blue. And I don't need the whole thing, but I'm going to point this down so you can see it. Let me shake up my paint, because it's hopefully... Does anyone go through all their paints every once in a while and check and make sure that they're still good? Let's see. That is a great color for this. So I'm just going to put this aside. Excuse me for reaching. I'm just going to put that in some water. I'm just going to put this aside and let it dry. Now, I want to take a piece of paper so I can figure out how big I want that part to be. Maybe about like that. I think that'll probably work for my stars. So now I'm just going to start laying down my ribbon. Oops. Goes this way. You know you're getting old. Number one, when you can't remember what time you just posted that the Facebook Live is going to go. I was like, I just kept arguing with myself. I said 6. It's supposed to be at 6. And then it was like, no, I don't think that's right. Finally, it was like, oh my goodness, just go double check. And I did. And it was 5. Oh my, you know you're getting old. So I'm just cutting these to about the same size. I need to get, I think, one more of the white. I think I'll do the lace. Okay, so here we go for this. It might have looked better if this was a darker background, but I am not going to worry with that. Let's see. just going to do that like that. And then I am going to take, hold on a moment, I'm going to take this, it was in my trash. Oh, at least my desk was clean today. That was an improvement from this past weekend. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so we're going to make that one about like that. So I'm just going to cut several things here. Thought it might be cute to use these pearls. I don't know if I can get them glued on there or not. I'll give it a little extra, but I will see. And I like this, and I have some striped here. Like I said, I just kind of went through and pulled a bunch from my stash. Good way to use up some ribbon. Let's see, I'm going to cut this and make sure it's straight. And hold this. Make it just a smidge longer, I think. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing with the white. I have this other ribbon here. The other lace. I have as much white ribbon as I thought I did. That one looks so good. And then I'm going to use this little, this is going to be tricky, but I'm going to make it work. I'm determined. Okay. That one there. This lace here. And I think here, I can move that up a little bit, but I think that's enough. I don't need anything else. So I'm going to move that over. And before I think this is almost dry. Hold on, let me dry it. Just gonna do this. Much better. You just need to do a, who's the singer that sings, I need a slow hand and an easy touch? Let me wipe that stencil off. I don't usually, but I'll do it this time. Wipe off my desk. So while this is drying, I am going to glue all of my stuff on. So this is going to be, I'll move everything up some. And I'm just going to take some hot glue. I may do craft glue. I think I'm going to do some craft glue. This is just, I can't remember what glue this is. It's great glue. And I bought these little precision tip bottles, and I just keep adding the glue to this. And it just does it in a really fine bead, and that way I don't have to get burned with hot glue. But I'm going to have to anyway, because I'm going to have to do that, those pearls. A precision tip is really good for small things. When you're trying to do bigger things, I wish I had a bigger tip. Thank goodness you don't need much glue. If you do use a precision tip glue or precision tip for anything, be sure and put the little top back on. Otherwise, it will be harder to get back in. All right, so I'm going to put that right there. And here you go. Isn't that adorable? I just think that's so cute. I wish I had like a USA or something. I was thinking I have some those Scrabble tiles, and I was thinking I might could put USA right there.